Hello. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're not. Thank you for sticking with the craziness so far. I know we haven't been doing this very long, but it's always appreciated. If you don't know me, I'm Sarah, and I am the older half of the Shrinking Sisters. If you're not familiar with who we are, you can go check out our intro video. I will link it below, and you can go watch that and see what we're doing and why we're here. So I have started back to school this semester, and we just got finished with our first regular exam, and I got home today and realized I have been slacking. Big time. I am clinically diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and mild obsessive-compulsive disorder. Nothing too severe, like I don't have to lock things 3 times or switch lights 3 times. It's more of like I count my steps, I count ceiling tiles, like I just count a lot of things. So my doctor put me on a medication that's supposed to kind of help me with all of that, and I've had the class about this medication, and I agree with her on the choice of medication we went with. And it works well, generally. But at the beginning of the semesters especially, I'll get a little overwhelmed, and I'll just kind of let some things go. And by that, I mean my room. My room is an absolute mess. And I thought maybe I could get on here, kind of chat with you guys, and clean my room up in the process. So one of the things I just wanted to kind of talk about is what going back to school looks like for me. So as someone in my 3rd year of pharmacy school, I am also in my 2nd semester of my 3rd year, which is like our last semester of classroom learning. So this summer I'll start what's called APPEs, which is like Advanced Practice Professional Experiences. I believe that's what it means. If not, I'll correct myself somewhere down here. And that's where I'll be spending time in pharmacies, different kinds of pharmacies, to satisfy certain criteria for my 4th year. Like I have to do a rotation in a community setting, which is where I'm, discussing medications with patients who are picking up their medications maybe from like a Walgreens or a CVS or an outpatient pharmacy in a hospital. And then I'll also be doing things like institutional or clinical, which is where I'll be in the inpatient pharmacy or working with a pharmacist that's specifically trained and educated to help patients that are in that acute setting in the hospital and things like that, which is kind of where I hope to end up one day. But anyways, since we're still in the classroom part of my learning, when the semester starts, we usually will be bombarded with a bunch of deadlines and assignments that we'll have coming up, and the syllabi day you go through usually, and things like that. And when that happens, like, it kind of just takes me a couple of days to adjust and figure out like when I need to go to bed versus when I need to get up, because that changes like when I'm on like the longer breaks with work and things like that. So yeah, we're kind of at the tail end of that adjustment period, and it's just kind of, I've taken a step back and I've looked around and I'm like, I need to clean. Typically I am a very clean and organized person. Like, things have a place, things go where they go. But that being said, my one downfall that everyone will tell you about is laundry. Like, that meme that's like, does laundry, takes 2 business weeks to put away? Yeah, that's me. Sometimes like the laundry that you're gonna see me going through has probably been here for 2 weeks. This is the 3rd week of the semester, and I think my first day outfit's in the baskets. So low-key ashamed, but we're here to document changes, and this is something that I need to do. So anyways, once I'm able to get all of those like assignments, kind of listed and written down in my planner, and figure out, what I need to do, where I need to allocate my time, and honestly figure out how I need to study for like my big classes, which are like my therapeutics courses, where like this semester, like I'm in a class called hematology and oncology. We just got finished learning about rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, gout and hyperuricemia, and we'll be starting like cancer and things like that next week. So it's kind of it's a big class. It's worth about 6 credit hours, I believe. But then I also have other courses, like we're in a course about special populations, which is talking about like things you have to do like to change therapies for patients who are geriatrics versus patients who are pediatrics, or patients that are diagnosed with like chronic diseases and things like that. So really there's a lot going on this semester with all of that. I've also decided to take a course called nutrition, where the first 2 weeks was kind of covering the metabolism of carbohydrates and lipids and proteins and things like that. And for now, moving forward, we're also going to be talking about how nutrition can affect people's health and what you can do for people with certain different disease states to help them. And, you know, we learned how to read a nutrition label, which is something I honestly didn't really know about, like how to do and how to really evaluate it. So I think that's something I am going to share in the future on this channel, is like how to really break down a nutrition label and read it from like a healthcare professional perspective, because it honestly helped me when I went to the grocery store last week, like to look at those labels and be like, oh, okay, well this is how many calories are actually in this, like versus what they list, because those are not always accurate.
And nutrition labels should be accurate, because that can really affect someone's like daily caloric intake, or if you're tracking your macros, things like that can be affected as well. And those things are important for a lot of people, and especially from like a healthcare perspective. If someone's sick, their nutrition is really important. So I think, you know, being able to know how to read those labels and interpret them and do the math yourself even is a valuable skill that anyone should have. I also need to apologize for sounding so sniffly throughout this video. For whatever reason, when it starts to snow and get really cold, I also start to like get like this, I guess. I don't have COVID, you know, I'm not sick. I've been tested numerous times for school, and so have all of my friends. I've really just been stressed with studying and things like that. But looks like my room's clean now, so we'll move on.
All right, that's it. The room is mostly clean. I'm just waiting for some laundry to finish up. I gotta wait for the pillowcases and the comforter to dry, and then I'll put those back on the bed, and then hopefully when I finish the laundry, all the dirty clothes you saw me amass throughout that time lapse, I'll fold those and put those away tonight, because I'm not quite tired yet, and it's 11:30. I kind of slept late today because of I had an exam early this morning, and I came home and I just fell asleep. So, but anyways, I won't keep you guys any longer. Thanks for sticking with me through this video. I know it wasn't very interesting, but it's just something I wanted to share with the world. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.